Hello Internet, I'm HamsterBomb and you are back for some more Ask Hamster. Anyway, let's just get on with it. Flat out, you need more subscribers than you are receiving. Prime A of why the system is broken. I wouldn't go so far to say the system's broken. It's more, the people who watch on YouTube don't really understand how much power they actually have for making channels grow. If you guys want to see a channel grow really quickly, all you really need to do is seriously just leave likes on all the videos that you enjoy, or if you really want it to grow, every single one of them, and watch them all. That's all you do, and seriously, that goes into the system, and it grows the channel. It makes it show up more in suggested stuff to things that are similar to what other people watch, and it gives it priority over other videos for other channels. So if you want to see that happen, that's all you gotta do. What are your favorite and least favorite Pokemon types, and your favorite and least favorite Pokemon of those types? I think my favorite Pokemon type is Dragon, just because I think the Dragon Pokemon are awesome, but if I have to say my favorite and least favorite of them, my favorite Dragon type is probably Rayquaza, and my least favorite is probably Garchomp, or the whole Gibble line. I just don't like them to me. They just look weird, and plus we already had Ground Dragon in Flygon in the past, so I was like, why'd you do that again? I think my least favorite type is funnily, and I had to think about this for a while, I think it's actually Fairy. And it's mainly because I think it was unnecessary. It was slapped onto Pokemon in the past generations that really didn't need it. It was just to spread it around more. And for the most part, I don't really like the Fairy Pokemon too much anyway. And besides, it really doesn't feel like a type to me. It's more like an attribute, you know, like Flying or Dragon, which I know we have stuff like that, but it's not like Fire or Water, which are elemental. And I figure types should be more elemental. And even in other games like Monster Hunter, Dragon is an elemental kind of attribute. So that's why I always kind of gave that one a go-ahead. But Flying bothered me too. But, I mean, it kind of makes sense. You want things to have the attribute of being flying so that they don't take damage for things that, they would otherwise, not take damage of, like they're flying. They're not going to get hit with a ground attack. But, Fairy always bothered me because it just flat out doesn't make sense for that. I was so excited they were going to make Light type, and so many other people were. But my favorite and least favorite fairies, okay, I think I have to say my favorite fairy is Mowl. I know this is kind of hypocritical that they went back and made a bunch of past Pokemon fairy, which really, it honestly does bother me. But Mowl I already really liked before, and because of adding fairies' weaknesses and resistances to Steel, it becomes ridiculous, and it can Mega Evolve in the same generation. So Mowl got really, really awesome, which was great for Mowl, because I really liked Mowl. Least favorite, I think I have to say, is Aromatisse. That thing is just, ugh, it gives me I just shudder when I see it. I'm like, oh, what were they thinking? Alex, if you ever decide to play Undertale at some point, I think it would be best for you to play it off camera. If you played it on YouTube, the community would be ruining the experience for you by saying stuff like, you're doing this all wrong, you missed this and that, you should have done this. What are you talking about? They do that for me with every single game I play anyway. But basically all the rest of this translates to is, don't play Undertale. Okay. What would be a randomized evolution that you would say, no, that wasn't supposed to happen, but makes surprising sense? Cubone evolves into Kangaskhan. Venonat evolves into Butterfree. Shellos evolves into Lapras. I got a ton of these. The gorgeous dog in the background, Micah? Your dog, sorry if I spelt the name wrong. Yeah, Micah's actually spelled with an H too, but that's actually not Micah back there. That's a picture of Koda, actually. She was a Samoyed. We had her for 2 years. She unfortunately passed away with some, she had a surgery because she really hurt her leg, and like a blood clot came loose, and she died because of that. And what that actually is back there is I took all the photos that we had of her. Like I said, she was only 2, and I put them all together and made a giant image out of it, and several of us have prints of it through the house. But anyway, not too long after we had Koda was her name. We had Koda, then we have Micah, and it was kind of weird how that happened so quickly. We honestly really didn't want another dog that quickly. But Micah, she's also a Samoyed. It was from the same breeder. The breeder was like really upset and like put us on the top of their list to get us another dog really quickly. And we got Micah, and at first I was like, I don't really know if I can get another dog that quick, but it was actually really helpful for helping to get over Koda, and Micah's great. Micah's really silly. I'm surprised you're probably not hearing her in the background occasionally when she's yapping her head off back there, but she's fine. How did you come up with your name? HamsterBomb, not Alex. Although, why did your parents name you Alex? Would be interesting to know. The real question is, why didn't they name me HamsterBomb? And the real answer is, I don't know, I just liked it. And probably the same for them. I don't know, I just liked it. What is your favorite new Pokemon in Sun and Moon, whether it be an Alolan form, a Legendary, an Ultra Beast, anything at all? Of the ones that were actually released to us to know at this point, I have to say Mimikyu, even though the game is coming out probably the same time you guys are even seeing this video, and it's all going to be on the internet at that point. If it's not already now, I'm trying to play it blind with the leaks and stuff, but who knows. But Alolan forms, though, I want to say those more, because I really like Alolan Executor and Alolan Muck. Those are great. Where do you sample the music used on your channel from? Actually, a couple places. I used to get a ton of it from this place called Epidemic Sound, and that was through my old partnership with TGN. Obviously, after they stole literally hundreds of dollars from me and my channel, and, you know, throwing me out into the dumpster, which they... Oh, gosh, I hate TGN. Hate TGN so much. They are horrible, horrible company. They literally robbed me. But anyway... after they did that, I obviously lost my ability to get into Epidemic, and because of that, I started using more of YouTube's own. If you go into your video settings or video manager, there's options under Create, and it's got a ridiculously huge audio library that's honestly bigger than Epidemic's, and it has a lot of really great stuff in there, and I just kind of nab stuff. So, I mean, it's all fair use in there. I've never really actually had to commission anything, really, for the channel in terms of music, though I'd like to. I'd like to get a lot of that stuff done, like video ideas I have in mind where I need customized music. I'd have to work with some people and figure out who to collaborate with, because, you know, they don't come to you. You gotta go to them. Do shiny Clefairies always remind you of when you thought you failed Ho-Oh after getting distracted by one? Yes. Yes, they do. Have you started experimenting with the Lance much in MHG yet? And if so, what do you think of it? A little bit. It was mainly in the demo when I was screwing around with all the different kind of weapons, but not so much in the actual game. In the actual game, I really have no incentive to really switch weapons at all, because right now it's crazy easy. But when it starts getting harder and different monsters require you to fight them in different styles, yeah, totally, I'll switch to other weapons. I'm planning on trying a Gun Lance, actually. Probably Guild Gun Lance, I'm not sure yet. But I know the Lance is like one of the top tiers for speed killing monsters, and honestly Gun Lance is one of the lowest ones, but Gun Lance I think is more fun. And I mean, I don't know, they're both really fun. I have used them before, don't think that I know nothing about them, but not at the moment. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. I was thinking about making a Lance as soon as I got like a fencing set, because I don't want to bounce whatsoever when I got a Lance, especially if you do like the charge moves or the explosion stuff. Hey Hamster, what is your favorite theme in Generations? It's kind of hard to say because I really haven't heard too many of them yet, because a lot of the themes that I have heard up to the point that I have played, and honestly I'm not peeking ahead to the rest of the game, I'm going to be unspoiled to that stuff, and I can't say from recording I have fought the Fated Four. I have not like gone back and fought them multiple times, so I haven't really heard their music that well. And if anything, the first time I fight them, I'm shouting the entire time, and that's, you know, the commentary of the episode, so I can't really hear it very well. I haven't really gotten a good opportunity to hear it yet, so I'll have to get back to you on that one. What is your favorite of the Fated Four? That's hard. That is a hard question, but if I'm gonna start knocking them down to figure this out, I think I can easily knock out Mitsune from not being that favorite one, and it's mainly because he's a complete pushover. I was so disappointed. That was a fun fight. He's an awesome, creative, really cool-looking creature, but I was so disappointed with how stupid easy he was to beat. He died like in minutes, but the video is still going to be really fun. Don't think that it's going to be a problem. But anyway, I think the next one I have to knock off is for very similar reasons, Astalos. It's just a Rathalos who can use electric attacks, though he has some really cool new things that go with him. He looks really cool, but I mean, the other two of the Fated Four are also really cool too. I mean, I'm not making this, you know, counting backwards in ones that I like least. This is like, no. It is the ones that I like the least, not the ones that I hate the least. And yeah, that's not what I'm doing. But anyway, from the top two, I'm mainly trying to decide between Glavenus, and Gameth. And if I have to pick, I think Glavenus is my favorite of the four, just because Gameth is, he's really cool. I like his design, but I figured out eventually, if you just stay on his back feet, he can't do anything to you. Anything. The only reason I don't do that is because I wanted to break stuff in his front. I want to break his tusk things. I want to break his trunk, and that's basically the only reason that you would ever get hit by him. But he's still really cool. I really like him. But Glavenus, though, is really awesome, and he's really fun to fight every time. Are you planning to start streaming when you hit high rank hub, or when you start focusing on deviants? I plan on starting streaming as soon as I can. The problem is right now, if you count YouTube as a job, which it technically is, I work 3 jobs, and there's no way I can squeeze that in. Like, I spend all the rest of my extra time doing this, or preparing for the wedding, or preparing the house. That's all my time. So I really can't be doing it right now. I'd like to, I just can't. As soon as the semester ends, though, that is going to take one of the jobs off. One of them is a part-time teacher, as I've said before. But as soon as that is taken out, I might get a little bit more time, though that really doesn't take too much out of my time. It's only once a week, so I'm not sure. It may. We'll see. Am I the only one who thinks this guy deserves more subs? Loves your image4you video, Hamster. Am I the only one around here who agrees with this man? My life is complicated. In this episode of Spike the Tortoise, he has made his way to HamsterBomb's YouTube channel and made a post about his life problems. We watch the hamster in its native state, though he also appears to be a tortoise at the same time. Which is he? He doesn't know, but his life certainly is complicated. Are you planning on doing another randomizer after Diamond? Yes. And I'm debating on telling you what it is. I might have actually said it before in the past, I'm not sure if I did, but anyway, I can't say it like guaranteeing this is what it's going to be because this is what I would like to do. Okay, fine, I guess I'll tell you guys. I really want to make a randomizer of Pokemon Colosseum. It is my favorite Pokemon game. It was the hardest Pokemon game I've ever played, and I had the most fun playing it. And that as a randomizer really limits down what you can catch, what you can do with those Pokemon, and you're so limited. And it was structured so that it was hard with the few Pokemon it gave you, but randomize them. That game would be so crazy. I would really love to play that, but like I said, I've heard that it's been done. That's all I know. I just need to make sure I can do it myself because I don't know. I might need your guys' help with that when the time comes, but either way, we'll see. If Kim could be any Pokemon she wanted, what Pokemon would it be? I would like to make her Pokemon of her choosing as part of the HamsterBomb Facebook icon, since she is still an editor of the page. Kim is actually going to be showing up more on the channel soon, hopefully. We still want to do other video series together, I hope so. She is actually the main person behind doing the montage stuff. That you see on the channel. Like, we just got Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate Episode 1 of the montage, and I say Episode 1 is in. She's going to montage through the entire series of MH4U. Right now, she's doing them in 25 episode increments, so the first episode of the montages is episodes 1 through 25. So after she does all of that, I go through and I do like the extra silly editing, you know, like text and, you know, pictures that fly by and stuff like that. But anyway, she really does a lot for the channel already, so it is really cool that you want to do this. Thank you. I asked her what Pokemon she would want to be, and I expected her to say what I thought was her favorite Pokemon, Vaporeon, but I neglected her actual favorite Pokemon, who is barely better in her mind that I have no idea why she wants to be illustrated as, but the real answer, and this didn't come from me, this was her, is Quagsire. She sees herself as a Quagsire. Good luck with that! Of all the bug types in the Pokemon franchise, which bug type is your absolute favorite? Mine's Galvantula because electric spider, woo! I don't want to be preemptively choosing this, but whatever the heck came out in the leaks as the evolution of Wimpod, that thing looks amazing and I will have it, yes I shall. But if I'm picking one that is already out right now, I really like Squilpede. There's a lot of them I really like, honestly, like Heracross, there's a bunch, you know, Pinsir's really cool, but still, like, if I was just picking one that really was on my team in one of the generations, it was actually Squilpede. In terms of any other game, I'm not sure of any others. Scissor, is really awesome too, but still, yeah, I'm gonna go with whatever the heck that thing is. I'm gonna hang my hat on its amazing glory, and it will be on my team no matter how bad it is, because I'm expecting it to be really awesome, evolving from like a wimp Pokemon, turning into like this really cool looking thing. And okay, to I guess let you guys know, I didn't put a picture of it up in here because as the moment that I'm making this, I wanted this to be spoiler free of the game, and it's not technically released yet, so there's that. Sup, Alex? Hi. I get so many comments like this. Why do people think that this, like, what am I supposed to say? If you could add one monster into the current MH Gen that is not in it already, well, that wasn't a fragment! I really can't say right now because I haven't seen the entire roster yet because I'm obviously not at the end of the game. But I'm really glad of a lot of the monsters who are still in it. If there's any that I would really want to bring back that I am not sure of, I'm pretty sure are not in the game. Dire Morales from MH3U, he might be my favorite monster. And the big thing about him was you had to understand water fighting and ground fighting very well in order to combat him properly. And the thing is, they took water fighting out of the game. And by doing that, I think kind of ruined Gyakris, and kind of made Gobel obsolete, and kind of made Royal Ludroth a joke. What really, I'm not like, okay, sure, the controls for underwater fighting were horrible. But the thing is, it made some monsters who lived in the water have a huge advantage over you, and it wasn't just because of controls. It was because they were in their native state. They could destroy you like that. You're a person. You are not meant to be in the water. That was the idea. They are supposed to destroy you in there. And because of that, we're missing out on really awesome monsters like Cedius. Are we ever going to see him again? Or Abyssal Lagiacrus. Are they gone? Also, what is your favorite mechanic in the Metal Gear series? If I have to pick, I guess I'd have to say Otacon. I'm kidding, I know what you meant. But seriously though, like, I don't really know, like, of the list of things that they've come up with, what I think was the most creative or fun implementation to the game. I don't know. Favorite Monster Hunter theme? Oh, that's a hard question. Because I really like a lot of them. Top tier guesses that I would throw into this are Chameleos, Brachydios, just the generic Rathalos. I don't really know. I really like a lot of them. The generic fighting music for the Deserted Island, just because I went there so many times in my first Monster Hunter play. So, yeah, I'm gonna stick with those. Or Zenogre's is really cool too, but if I'm gonna like, Devil Joe's is also really awesome too, but if I'm gonna like listen to some Monster Hunter music, I'm probably gonna go first for the Chameleos. So since the next Ask Hamster will be near when Sun and Moon comes out, are you going to not catch the required legendaries in case they're not shiny locked? Or are you going to catch them all? For the whole point of my Let's Play that I'm gonna do for Sun and Moon when that comes out this week, is I'm going to try and catch everything of the new generation and all new Alola forms. That is my plan. That's what I do every time a new Pokemon game comes out. I don't really shiny hunt right away unless I'm really excited to or I see something that I can shiny hunt. So say, for example, that getting the starter takes very little time. I might shiny hunt my starter. Though I have heard the opposite. I've heard it takes a ridiculous amount of time to get your starter through cutscenes and stuff, so resetting is going to be ridiculous. And because of that, I'm not going to do it. I'm more than likely just going to take my starter and hatch one later if I really want one. So that's kind of a bummer, but still, I'm going to be able to start the game faster that way, and I'm going to try and catch one of everything. Legendaries, I can almost guarantee you will be shiny locked. Those are just going to be given out by events. They haven't given us or let us hunt our legendaries like that, the main box art ones, in a very long time. I actually think Diamond and Purple is the last time they let us do that, so I really doubt that'll happen, but if it does, yeah, I'd probably go for it. Any plans visiting Japan? If yes, will you do a blog? What part of this man does it look like I have money? No, I have no plans of visiting Japan. I can't afford to go to Japan even if I wanted to. When are you going to do Monster Hunter Generation Online? It's weird because Monster Hunter Online is a game and Monster Hunter Generation is a game, but Monster Hunter Generation Online is not, so, like, what are you talking about? I'm assuming you meant, like, streaming Monster Hunter stuff, and like I said before, it really is based on my schedule. I would like to do it right now if I could, but the problem is I am like crazy busy at the moment, and it's really all just trying to pay for everything I need for the house and for the wedding and stuff like that coming up, so I'm sorry. Can you answer this question? I will give it my best effort, but I don't know if I can make any promises. I know that when you stream on YouTube or Twitch, you'll play with So Hellkite, but wait a minute, hold up right there. I'm gonna stop just for a second. I will keep reading that in a moment. I am not confirming that I'm going to be playing with So Hellkite for all my streaming, or any streaming rather, on YouTube and Twitch. And the main problem is he lives on the other side of the world. Rob's a good guy. He's awesome. I'd love to start recording with him, but that's the main issue. He lives on the other side of the world. And we know when our schedules meet, and it's not often. And honestly, this week would have been a really great week for us to record, but Pokemon Sun and Moon's coming out, and I'm not going to be able to. So stuff like that keeps happening, and more than likely, just to at least give you guys what our plan is, last time when I did the Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate Arena Questing series, that was all done with my friend Matt. And I'd love to do more with Matt. I'm definitely going to. You're not going to see the last of Matt on the channel. I would say definitely in the late game stuff, Matt's going to be showing up and helping me. But if for this series, for Generations, I offered for Rob, So Hellkite, to join me on my arena questing. And he should be able to do that. It's all just a timing thing of when we can actually do it. But anyway, I said nothing about streaming. I mean, I don't know if we can, because honestly, that's a time thing. You know, that's gonna mean that, you know, because when you stream, you don't want to do it just for like 2 or 3 hours, right? You want to do it for like 6 if possible. And I mean, he's like, I don't know. It'd be really difficult for him. He's already got kids too, so it'd be very tough. Let's assume no, I'm not going to do that with him. But will you also play with other streamers such as Omega Evolution, Octane Blue, Gaming Bliss, etc.? I know them, and I think you could have a very good time with them. Yeah, I probably would, and if any of them that you mentioned, Gaming Bliss, sounds like a blast to play with. Honestly, I watched him play all of Freedom Unite, and I really enjoy playing games with him, which actually he changed his name recently to like Vodgoblin or something like that. Like, that's a little late in the game to be like changing your name completely and trying to rebrand yourself. I don't know if he really didn't like Gaming Bliss. Like, I liked the name. I thought it was cool. But anyway, I would really enjoy being able to record with him. I don't know if I'd be able to. He doesn't really strike me as the kind of guy who would be up for trying to collab that much. I don't know. He seemed to be trying to take his channel in a different direction, which is why he changed his name. So I'm not sure about that, but some of the other Monster Hunter players who I was watching before I ever started, I was actually kind of disappointed with, as in, like, I was, there was something weird going on, like, they weren't really involved with the game in a way that I wanted to see the person playing it involved, like, really engaging with it, having fun with it, and also being blind to what they're doing. It was more, a lot of what people do is more, you know, explaining what you have to do this perfectly, or just, you know, not even being surprised by anything. It's really just like there's a camera and I'm just kind of talking normally because I'm playing a game, and occasionally I'll say something, but normally it's just quiet, and I'm not like that at all. So I see it and I'm like, I think Gaming Bliss does a great job on his channel with his Monster Hunter stuff, though recently he's starting to do a lot of odd stuff. I'm not saying anything bad about his channel. I think he's still great. He's starting to come back on Monster Hunter. I'm really not sure what he's up to, but there's some other Monster Hunter players, I'm not going to name anybody, but some that I'm like, I don't understand why you're popular, like, at all. So, because of people like that, hey, the positive side, because of people like that, I started doing this, and fortunately, like, I did it because I wanted to see it on YouTube because it didn't exist, I don't think it did, the way I do it. And obviously, because of so many people coming over to watch my Monster Hunter stuff, I think that actually filled some sort of a void, so I don't know how I got on that tangent, I'm sorry. You had another question. What are your thoughts about Nintendo Switch? That thing worries me. I would love for it to work perfectly, and I would love for games to, you know, actually... Jeez, I don't know. I'm really worried with that thing. I'm mainly worried because the hardware is... I don't think it's going to compete with the other next-gen consoles, if not the ones that are out right now. I'm really worried about them going back to cartridge-based systems, because I can tell you right now, with everything I'm doing with the DS, they break fast. And you don't know anything about, like, playing Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. They break fast. You can't, it's kind of like a USB drive. If you plug it into your computer 100 times, it's less likely to work on the 101st try than it was on the first try. And that's just the nature of the physical hardware. Discs are not like that. why are they not going by? Like, it's like we have evolved enough to make a really awesome, I don't know, truck, but instead they want to build a Model T and say, hey, look, guys, new. But still, I mean, I like what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it more of a portable console. Never mind. I don't like that at all. It's like, we have portable consoles. They're called DSs. They're right here. Why did you build another one? Apparently, I'm really angry about this, but, like, I find it really... When first when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I started thinking about it, like, that's not. There's... Wait a minute here. Are you telling me, what's the actual console then? I want something that has a lot of power so that developers can make some really awesome high-power games, and it's plugged into my TV for a reason, because it's not going anywhere, and it's going to make really awesome gameplay. And as opposed to that, they wanted to make something that, I don't know, it looked more like a really expensive kid's toy, is what it looked like. And it felt like, when watching that trailer back, they were treating me like a child watching it. Like I'm just getting the wrong vibe from it. You know, all the choices they made for it, I understand they want to try new things and be innovative, but I think they're going in the wrong direction with that one. It also kind of seems too much like a Wii U, which is rubbing me the wrong way. I have an odd question, Hamster. My brother wants to know what are the qualifications for putting a name in the hat, besides something inappropriate, and they can't cuss, of course. Also, if you'd put in a second one, or let us/him know you're 100% sure it's already in there, so he could choose another. Okay, there was a lot of questions in there. First off, qualifications for putting your name in the hat, which I have right here, which actually, because I'm wearing a dark shirt, like, just kind of made my head float. Ooh, this is weird. But anyway, I don't really have any specific qualifications other than just don't offend anybody, don't be rude, don't cuss, obviously, stuff like that. But really, the way that it works is for every dollar you donate, either on Patreon or on the main YouTube channel, you can put a name into the hat, and I write it down on a little piece of paper and drop it in. That's really it. No one has put in any duplicates yet. Everyone, if they donate, say, for example, $5, they put in 5 different names. No one puts in, like, 5 of the same name, if that's what you're saying. But just in case, like, you put in one that happened to be put in by somebody else, yeah, I'd tell you, but that hasn't happened. That's extremely unlikely. Hamster, did you hear what happened to the chef? He sadly passed away. I like how the joke was explained, like, in parentheses, right after you said it. Passed away. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 ate 9. And try jellyfishes with lemon sorbet. They are very nutritious. I would, but I'm allergic to jellyfish. Long shot! How about a day with Hamster vlog? Even just one, please? Like, you really want me to make more vlog stuff? I mean, I would make, like, I was actually thinking and planning on making a video that kind of shows what I do on a normal day outside of video stuff, or even just including video stuff, but the thing is, it would be huge. It would be an enormous video, and I don't mean, like, filming me brushing my teeth, eating lunch. No, I mean like everything else that I have to do in a single day. It's ridiculous. There's so many things that I'm being torn between and I have to do that people in my normal person life don't understand that I'm also trying to do all of this here. And like, you guys don't know what they're doing and they don't know anything about what I do with you guys. So it's like, I'm trying to do so much and it's ridiculous. And I wanted to like show you guys in video like everything that I am trying to do. So maybe, I'm gonna say maybe, but if anything, I might make more videos just showing like what goes into making what kind of series I do, just like the video half behind the scenes, because really there's so much other stuff I'd have to show you guys if it was otherwise. Yeah, MHGen is a fun game, but man, it is so easy. It's my second Monster Hunter game and I breezed through it. The only reason I got high rank armor is because of Hyper and Deviant monsters, but I use my Prowler for those, which makes those easy too. Fun fact, I haven't played MHGen since summer vacation because I was bored. It's really sad, but I'm hearing so many people say this, and I was going to make a video actually talking about this too. What I think the main reason behind this is that this is definitely, in my opinion, by far the easiest Monster Hunter game they've ever made. Now, there's always some crazy fans out there who keep saying, oh, it's only because you're getting better at the series, you're getting better at the series. No, the problem with this one is that the Hunter really got powered up in this one. The Hunter got so much better. the weapons that the hunter can build. You have a much wider range of what you can choose to build in this game now. Your armor is much easier to build, and it's much, not just like easier to build, it's easier to level up as well. The parts you need for it are very simple. Like, I just built Rathalos armor by fighting 2 Rathalos in my game. I got 2 Rathalos plates, and I didn't need a single one. So I'm like, what do I even do with these anymore? Like, the game they made so crazy easy, and it's not just the hunter being powered up and getting an easier opportunity to bust through the game faster. Monsters also have, I think it is a, I want to get this number right. I'm pretty sure it is a 15% HP cut from Monster Hunter Cross to Monster Hunter Generations. And I'm pretty sure like the hunter also has an extra buff, like 25%. I don't know. It's something huge. You put them both together, and the game is like twice as fast. It's ridiculous. I don't understand like why Japan like looks down on the West so much and thinks like they can't do this, or you know, they don't want to grind 100 times. So let's make the game so freaking easy that they'll just lose their minds. And I think it was such a big mistake because so many of the Monster Hunter fans are saying stuff like this, and they are disappointed. I'm disappointed. You know, my friend Matt, who I did a lot of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate stuff, he is so disappointed, he doesn't even want to keep playing. The only reason, and I'm not kidding, the only reason that I'm getting him to keep playing is because I keep telling him, Matt, just think of the amazing rocket dragon that they showed in the Double Cross trailer. And whenever he messes up and he's like getting pissed off, he gets mad all the time, and he says, God, this game's so stupid easy. When he got the first end credits from beating the Urgent Glavenus in his game, he went on a rant. I happened to be on Skype with him at the time. He went on a rant, pissed about how easy the game was. And I honestly kind of did too in my episode when that happened, but still, it's really sad. And I really hope that Japan starts taking us more seriously with these games because, man, it's really depressing. Hey, Hamster, I broke my ankle. Well, that sucks. And that's that, I guess. That's all I have to say. I'm really sorry you broke your ankle. I mean, like, you didn't tell me how, but, I mean, I've never broken a single bone in my life. I'm really lucky. I've sprained my wrist a couple times, but that was it. I'm like, so scared of, like, messing up anything inside of my skin suit. I would, like, there's a skeleton inside me, and it's gonna bust if I do something that's too intense. Oh my gosh, I'd be, no. So, hope you get better soon, but hey, you can watch more, TV and play more video games now. That's a plus, I guess. Sun and Moon is getting part of the show tomorrow night, also where's this Hamster Mixer? I'm making Hamster now, actually, right? This was supposed to launch yesterday. I'm filming on the 16th. I know I said that it's supposed to go up on the 15th every month, and I would never mess it up again. But, here we are, and I'm filming it on the 16th. The reason is I just got super busy with other series I'm doing. I'm doing a lot preparing for Sun and Moon and trying to get ahead with my other series so I can dedicate more time to Sun and Moon. But, also, the 15th landed on a Tuesday, which if you guys know anything about my schedule, which I guess you don't because I didn't make that vlog video, Tuesday is the worst day of the week for me. I have to get up at 6:50, and I go straight to work, and I basically leave at 5 o'clock from my one job and go straight home, eat as fast as I can, and leave with a 20-minute window, and leave again to start teaching at 6:30. No, not a 20-minute window. Well, based on the drive time, it's like a 20 to 30-minute window. And I come home, I eat as fast as I can, I get ready, and I go teach, and it starts at 6:30, and I'm off at 9:20. And then obviously it's like another 20 minutes back home. And then as soon as I get home, sleep. And I go back in the morning at like 6:50. It's like, oh, it's horrible. So, I knew on the 15th, I was like, oh no, Ask Hamster was supposed to go up today, and I couldn't do anything about it. First like! Oh my gosh, did you like the fact that you liked the first like? Likeception. And anyway, that is all we have this time, so thank you all so much for watching. If you want to have me read your comment and respond to it in the next video, leave it down in the comment section below. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like the videos and subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next episode of Ask Hamster on the 15th. I swear. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, bloop!